so it's included as part of your package to be in the membership site. And we have staff that are inside the membership site that answer questions and make sure that people are, you know, not telling each other what to do, but sort of making suggestions, sort of, you know, that whole idea of not giving each other, this is how you should do it. And then we'll have, like I said, one more conference calls. And you can ask as many questions as you want in email form to us, to the coaches. We stopped just short of actually doing diabetes management. So you do need to still have your own team at home, but you know, we recognize that the coaches have sort of unique insights that a lot of your providers at home don't have. So we want to be able to help you with that.
It is so true that I get more benefit from here, from our CDs, from Marcy and Jenny, than when I go to the doctor and when I and since I started the program, nobody ever told me about like doing a basal test, doing a bolus test, and a lot of things were off. So I feel like I spent a lot of time and energy on that. But now I feel like the foundation is done to get other things started. And since I started the program, my A1C went from 7.5 to 6.6. So it's like, for me, it's really priceless. And, you know, it's all really, so yeah, I got more benefit from the diabetes side of it, but I feel like that now I'm ready to go forward, to move forward. And we all can get benefit from it depending on where we are now. And it's okay if we are not there yet. We are, you know, all improving with this program for sure. That's how I feel about it.
It really makes me confident that when I get to racing, I'm gonna rock.
You're a rock star, Jim. I'll be there to high five you, buddy.
There's also,
looking forward to it.
We weren't really sure how we were going to do this, and Jenny and Marcy and I and Karen spent a lot of time thinking about this, of how would we teach people who are on insulin versus who are not injecting insulin. And so, you know, typically those are referred to as type 1 or type 2, but we attract a lot of type 2s who take insulin. So we didn't want to necessarily split it out by type 1 and type 2 diabetes. So maybe, Cheryl, you could, if you think of it, or Jenny or Marcy, what have you noticed about how we deliver the education, or any of you really, for people taking insulin or people not taking insulin?
Well, the things that apply specifically to us, there will be a separate video for us. So they'll say, if you're on insulin, here's your blurb, and then if you're not, here's your section to focus on. But so much of it is general and applies to all of us, but those that are specific, she addresses, they both, you know.
And everybody has access to everything. So part of that was if a type 2, maybe when they start with us, aren't taking insulin, but they might be taking insulin later, they'd be able to switch back and forth. So we wanted type 1s to learn more about type 2. So there's often been that separation, so we wanted to create unity.
What are the different programs that are available?
Karen?
We have cycling, running, and triathlon. Each of them, and also Wild Fit. So Wild Fit is just getting into exercise.
My wife's doing Wild Fit.
Yeah. That's
When
what I
her
did.
hip gets better.
Does she have diabetes?
No.
You don't have to have
Type
diabetes
3.
to do it.
That's right, you don't.
And Cheryl started with some Wild Fit to get her ready for her program. Okay. Beef up. So Wild Fit is a 12-week program. The other ones, each sport has 3 distances. For running, there's a 10K, a half marathon, and the marathon program. Those are 14, 16, and 18 weeks. The cycling is a 50K, a metric century, and a century. And those are the 14, 16, and 18. The tri programs are sprint, Olympic, and half Ironman. Again, 14, 16, and 18. And we've had, these 4 are not the only 4 that are going through our programs. We do have a number of people
We
going
have
through.
about 100.
Yeah, yeah. Who have gone through or are going through now, and a bunch of people that we're talking to about programs. And we'd love to get the word out. It's really good stuff.
And then finisher and competitor for
Oh, yeah, I'm
Each one of
sorry.
those,
Right.
adding those.
Michael, who created his 2 separate training plans, wants me to point out that for the long distance, for the marathon, the century bike, the 100-mile bike, or the half Ironman, there's 2 different levels. So Heather talked about that too, that she did the competitor level. There's finisher and competitor level, the thought being that if this is your first time doing that distance, go with the finisher. If you've done this distance before, go with competitor. And we just have that distinction on the longest. So those diabetes and nutrition lessons are the same, but your athletic program is somewhat different.
And Jared does the sprint and Olympic distance triathlon training program. Nicole and Amy do all of the cycling programs, and Chris, who lives in Chicago, he's done all the running programs. And they all have to pass by my standards. I'm very picky about who I will select, so they're all really good coaches.
The one that hear that anyway.
Yeah, and they're all exactly.
Well, and like the idea that Jim's wife is doing Wild Fit.
You get to meet her tonight, she's coming to dinner.
Okay, so she's going to learn about diabetes, assuming she watches those videos. But the athletic training alone, I think, is worth it.
The Wild
think
Fit
for us,
Coach Linda.
Yeah.
I have to mention Coach Linda. Coach Linda's awesome.
Awesome.
Fantastic with beginners.
And her explanations are so very, you could have literally not done anything and be like 86 years old, and Linda could get you to move. Seriously.
You did the program with Linda.
She's awesome.
You did it too. That's right. Yes, exactly. Awesome. So, Joyce, how was that for you? How was it going?
Good. I mean, it was motivated. It kept me going. And that's what I was afraid of, that I was going to be, after a while, I'm going to plateau and forget about that. But no, it kept me in. And that was the important part.
Great. That reminds me, I have signed up for other sorts of online classes before, not athletic training with a specific goal, but other online things that I wanted to learn about. And I usually lose attention somewhere in the middle. Like, I'll be going along and I'm like, I'm getting it, I'm kind of liking this, whatever. My life is really busy, forget it. This, I wasn't even tempted to.
That may have something to do with the fact that you'd signed up for a 100-mile ride.
Which is part of our which is part of our goal. We want you to pay your entry fee before you pay and buy our program, because that will keep it going.
More coolness. I'm going to Hawaii next Sunday for 2 weeks.
Are you?
And I get to continue my program. I'm renting a bike.
Oh, you're ready.
I get an email every Sunday. We got wireless in the cottage. Boom, it's right there.
So here's what I'm going to offer you. So you got to go to your next session, which after we finish up with in here, Ginger, where are you? Are you going to just stay in here with this group?
She was walking
For
down the
core?
hall.
What?
She was walking down the hall, but yes.
Okay, Ginger's going to meet in here. She's going to stay within this time. Jared, you're going to.